What is up, everybody? Welcome back to baseball right here on youtube.com/SeanOsaurusRex. My name is Sean. Today, we are playing another game of MLB The Show 22, continuing through the Seattle Mariners 2022 season. Lucas Giolito is on the mound for the Chicago White Sox. He is 14-9 with a 2.91 ERA. We have Robbie Ray on the mound. He is 14-7 with a 2.48 ERA, and the Mariners are looking for a sweep of the Chicago White Sox, and a bit of a surprising result after getting shut out twice in the first 3 days, and then losing on a walk-off. The Mariners have averaged 8 runs a game over their last 3 games, and we're going to look to keep those bats hot here in Seattle. Tomorrow we have a day off before opening a 3-game series against Atlanta, and then we will have another day off, a 2-game set against San Diego, and then a day off, and then we're going to get into an easier, quote-unquote, stretch of the schedule. We're facing a lot of, over 500 teams, well over 500 teams, a World Series, defending World Series champion, a National League playoff contender, the American League Central leader right now. And that is what we are dealing with. It has been an interesting series, and an unexpected... Oh my goodness. Yes. Why? What? Why did you do that? Okay. I was just making sure that this was charged. Please. That didn't charge anything at all, did it? Well, that sucks. What's the point? All right, whatever. Been an interesting series, though, for the Mariners here, as we have been able to get 2 big wins against a team that I thought we would at least struggle with, maybe get beat, especially the way we were playing. I know that the 3rd game of the Cleveland series went pretty well, but we had been playing so up and down before that. Against Cleveland, Detroit started well, but wasn't the greatest. Oh, Nick Margavicius. So I thought this would be a more of a struggle, but it has not been as much of a struggle. A couple of big innings in yesterday's game, a multi-home run inning, pushing across a bunch of runs. And we're looking for... Yes, I'm aware that a controller is needed for this game. Please, stop it. We held a 4.5-game lead over the Astros in the American League West, and like I said, here is our schedule. Told you all about it. We have one big road trip to end to end the season, starting in Los Angeles, ending in Kansas City before home against Texas and Oakland, and then the playoffs will start. Let's jump into today's game. We'll probably be wearing our Sunday best. No, just kidding. Today is actually Sunday. This game is a different day of the week. Never mind. We're going alternate 1. Robbie Ray, the lefty. We're going to just sub out Abraham Toro for Ke'Bryan Hayes. We got some guys that need some rest. Fraley. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting lineup. Oh, Ke'Bryan Hayes also needs a day off. Oh, shoot. Let's see. Who do I have here? Evan White? No. Who's my kind of all-around guy? Dylan Moore. Dylan Moore is going to do that. And then we can just kind of DH. Oh, boy. This is going to be a really weird lineup. Ketel Marte. Kyle Lewis can go up here. Ketel Marte obviously in the 3 spot. We got a double righty down here at the bottom. No. Dom T. Williams should get a rest day. Frick. Oh, boy. 3 of our better hitters are out today. We might just have to deal with the double righties at the bottom. Frazier can lead off. That's fine. Well, I can flip Fraley and Frazier. That gives me a little bit more speed at the top of the lineup. Goes into a pretty good stretch of power. Tom Murphy's kind of low in the lineup today, but we might just kind of have to use that. J.P. Crawford. Ty France. Maybe I flip more in France. I know that still gives us the double righties at the bottom, but... Oh, boy. Probably could have DH'd somebody else. That's okay. Baseball every single day at 7 p.m. Pacific time right here on the channel. So be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell. That way you're notified for when I post new videos. And welcome to baseball.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Two of the best teams in the game square off. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Seattle Mariners. John Shambi and Chris Singleton on the call. Both sides, this game really matters as the postseason.
Oh, really? I did not realize NBA 2K23 was out this week. I thought it was later, I guess because they were pushing Michael Jordan. I was like, oh, they're going to release it on the 23rd. Here's your regular season comparison. Our ERA is very nice. I just feel like we're so up and down offensively. Been playing really well. Robbie Ray is on the mound. He is 14-7 in 28 starts. 2.48 on the ERA and 185 innings pitched. Given up 162 hits, but 167 strikeouts. 13 walks and still a whip under 1. Walks and hits per innings pitched. All right. He did start off like really well. Robbie Ray did. He was 8-0, which means that he would be 6-7 over his last 13 decisions. He does tend to get the short end of the stick, or he actually early in the season he was getting the good side of things where the difficulty would be a little bit lower by the time it would get to him because I would struggle with some of the
gliding back, and that one hops the wall. And he'll get there as he kicks off the ball game.
He would, because it would like, I'd play really well with him and then like kind of less good, so the difficulty would slide down and then you get to him and push it back up. And I think it's kind of wrapped around to where now, like lately, he's been kind of getting the short end of the stick where we're not playing well on offense or we're not
so up next for Chicago, Yoan Moncada.
We're up towards the top part of the difficulty where it's kind of where we're looking today, as it's kind of it's inching towards that Legend Plus category, and you can kind of see that there with the leadoff triple. This was a team that I probably wasn't giving enough credit to, as I was looking at the schedule and looking at potential.
Back to the mound.
Wow. Looking towards potential playoff matchups. I was so concerned with the Astros because they're in our division. We struggle with them. The Yankees are just powerful. The Blue Jays have kind of had our number. Even Cleveland was a team I was like, oh, shoot, this isn't going to go well if we were to have to face them. The White Sox, they were kind of...
And now Luis Robert had the day off yesterday. First pitch, and that's in for
kind of lurking in the shadows. We've been able to handle them so far in this series, but we're not off to a great start here.
First with no outs here. Next offering.
That's a beautiful knuckle curve right there. We'll throw just another one out of the zone, see if he bites. He does. All right. Strikeout sets up Ronald Acuna Jr. 5 ribbies against the Athletics. We do not. It does not get easier for us.
It could take away your focus from the next hitter, and that's the last thing you want to do is serve up a pitch that a guy hits over the fence, and it's a multi-run home run.
Eloy Jimenez at the plate and takes high there. Here comes a pitch. First offering. Runner goes. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Tag.
There we go. It's a little bit short of a perfect throw, but thankfully, instead of it sailing on him and having to reach up, he actually had to pick it off the dirt. So a couple of those steals have not gone in the favor of the team trying to steal. We've been able to pick them off with less than ideal throws, or less than perfect throws. I'm looking with that. Okay, we only throw 13 pitches in that inning, but we do give up the leadoff triple, and that does turn into a run. For some reason, it's just dead silent. I don't know why. Starting pitcher for the White Sox is Lucas Giolito. 28 starts with a 14-9 record. 2.91 on the ERA, 179.2 innings pitched, 144 hits given up, 159 strikeouts, 64 walks. That was a 1.19 whip.
Add and subtract, change up the look so that hitters don't get too comfortable and start.
Four seam at 96, a circle change at 84, a slider at 88, a 12-6 curve at 83.
Jake Fraley stands in now and lets that one go for a strike.
There we go. It's a nice piece of hitting to start the game. Try and stay just nice and patient. Been doing a much better job of that over the last couple of games. We had some not super great innings against Chicago in yesterday's game, but
Giolito moved to first. Fraley back in standing.
we were able to have some big innings. Oh, and that time we're going to hit into a double play.
Balance feed, there's one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
Really bad
Ketel Marte
swing on that.
enters the day among the league leaders in batting average, but he'll need to get hot if he hopes to win the title. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And the right-hander deals. Double play ball to second. Over to Mendick for one. On to first. Double play. And that's the inning.
Got on top of a got on top of a couple of fastballs.
It's the White Sox 1 and the Mariners nothing. Gavin Sheets steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Leading off for the White Sox.
Sheets, a guy who's really opened up some eyes in his first major league season, hoping to finish strong in September too. That's a laser base hit.
Damn.
Around first and hustling.
We are giving up some contact here.
And he's there with a leadoff double.
Leadoff triple in the first, leadoff double here in the second.
Jumped off his bat. Kind of put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
Andrew Vaughn now. In there.
Not a great knuckle curve right there. That was not where I wanted that slider.
Runner at second,
wanted it a little more inside.
And that one hit to first, into the outfield base
They
hit.
won't send him.
Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners, nobody out. So up next, Danny Mendick. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball one. Roll to short, could be two. One at second. They get the out, but the run scores.
All right, we'll give up the run, but get the double play. Not really much of an opportunity to throw that towards home plate. Anyway, it was a slow roller. Just take two. No big deal.
Pretty deflating. They get the run in, but now they're starting all over.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Yermin Mercedes.
There is not a large selection of games tomorrow.
0-1 down. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. The 0-2. That's to third. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. And that extends the inning.
We are giving up a lot of hits. This is more reminiscent with what of what we saw with against Cleveland, where it's just
sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
Adam England in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
Wow, the Brewers, Mets, and Padres all locked in battle for the NL wild card.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. France makes the catch.
Okay, so we get out number 3 in foul territory, but unfortunately we do give up another run. We give it up 5 hits through 2. That's not good at all. See if we can get the offense going with Haniger coming up here in inning number
having a huge season. Comes into the day leading
inning
the
number
league in
2.
2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories.
The right fielder, Mitch Haniger.
The pitch. That one missed.
Bloop and a blast against, or a bloop and a blast away from tying this game.
Swing and a ball lifted left.
Not
field.
enough at all. Got under that one. Fudge.
And they take care of Haniger for the out. And there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Ooh, that was...
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing him down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Well, don't do that. Big power swing really early on that.
Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. 0-2 now. And that one
Really surprised he's staying so up in, high in the zone there. Yeah, it got me with a slider. That makes sense. Little auto swing mode there. That's a nice pitch location. This one can get out of hand early if I'm not careful.
Leori Garcia up to the plate.
Leading off for the White Sox. The
Ray back to work.
Leori.
And ball 1. Kicks and fires. That's in there. Strike 1.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
So we had a leadoff triple, a leadoff double, a leadoff single. The leadoff will be an out next time, I guess, or a home run.
1 for 1 with a single so far. And the first offering is not close. The pitch. On the ground right side. 4, 6. Drops it, but they're saying it was on the transfer.
We have not seen that animation.
Luis Robert now.
I don't know that he was going to get him anyway. It was kind of a slow developing
In there and it's 0-1.
double play anyway, so.
I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Swing and a foul. Pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. 0-2 now. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Man at first. Eloy Jimenez now. Struck out looking at his first at-bat. That one's in there.
Strike on the outside corner.
And it's quickly 0-2 on the designated hitter.
Excuse me, knuckle curve has been very effective
And the pitch.
in this one.
Softly on the ground to third. Now the throw to first on the run. And that is that. The White Sox lead 1.
Okay, so we have a clean inning there. We do give up the 1 hit, but that's no big deal. Almost turned to double play, but drop on the transfer by Crawford kind of put that to the rest.
Second baseman, Adam Frazier.
The second baseman, Adam Frazier.
The pitch. That misses, and that's ball 1. The wind of the pitch. And a strike.
That is inside, strike 1.
The wind of the pitch.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Righty delivers.
Oh.
And a miss. Struck him out. Leadoff hitter gone in the
Oh,
third.
circle change got me.
Can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location, but the fact that the velocity change had to
Slow
hit
down
off
here.
balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
One down, base is empty. And the pitch is
That's
in
fine.
for a strike. And the count is 1-1. And the righty deals.
Ooh.
And downstairs.
Good take right there. Everything's been on this inside portion. There we go. That's a good swing.
See how the catcher
Just
wanted
at
that
least
pitch.
staying alive.
Want to try to tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing. That high fastball, you have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
Yeah, me. Totally froze me with that slider. It broke back in, and I just could not.
Start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Ty France takes a strike there as he stands at the plate now.
Ah,
This one
darn
popped
it.
up right side. Garcia.
Ooh.
has speed up,
Well, he
puts
threw
the
a lot of
squeeze
pitches
on
in that
one,
inning, so I
and
guess
that'll
that's
end
kind of the
inning.
positive.
Nobody left for
He went from
Seattle. They
13
trail it
to
here, 2-0.
28. So we saw a lot out of him. Did nothing with it. Couple of strikeouts. Pretty disastrous.
Start of the 4th, and now the
Oof,
first
this is
baseman,
not
Gavin
good.
Sheets.
Not what I want to see here, especially coming off
The first
such good games.
And a pitch.
Sheets.
And first offering is fouled off. And that's in for a strike.
Just got to play a little better defensively. Try and get
Next
some
one
outs
just
going
misses.
here.
And it's 1-2.
keep ourselves within striking distance.
The line to kick the pitch. Swing and a miss.
Wow, okay, I
He
called it.
struck him
A
out.
triple, a double, a single, and
Came
outs.
inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up
left
on
fielder,
the inside
number
part of the
25.
plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front.
Oops, I did not want to
Sometimes
throw
if you
this
do,
pitch.
It's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And here it comes. That misses. And that is ball 1. Kicks and deals. That one misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
The play
Got him
comes
looking
in.
on the corner.
Back-to-back strikeouts.
There we go.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the shortstop, Danny Mendick. First offering misses the mark. 2 down, nobody on. That one fouled off. Gonna count 1 and 2.
Big swing and a miss. Go with this low inside corner.
Good eye right
Just
there.
missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
The 2-2. In the air, right field. Can't get there, base hit. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
He looked like he thought about going to third.
Now back.
Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones
That
in
wasn't even
cage,
down the
you're just
middle. It was
hoping
actually
you get the
not a
ball
terrible
right down the
pitch.
middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Now here is Yermin Mercedes.
That was a worse pitch than the
2
preview.
outs.
Okay.
And one in scoring position. Line to second, snagged on the bounce.
Okay, so we're still giving up some contact. Thankfully, it's not as bad as we were able to mitigate the damage. But 7 hits already through 3 is, ooh, well over that 1 hit, under the 1 hit, you know.
Back at T-Mobile Park, now the left fielder, Jake Fraley.
Leading up for the
It was what, .96?
the left fielder,
And he deals.
Fraley.
In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. And it's even up. Is there a little wrinkle to that? I think there was.
Yeah. A little slider action.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back there.
Is that gone?
And
Wow, Jake Fraley, a little early on that, but still a good swing and a good contact.
his 9th homer of the year, and they're on the board. It's
Wow,
2-1.
okay. A little surprising. He was looking for a double, you know, getting on base somehow, and we're able to get that one powered out of the yard. Jake Fraley coming through.
Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
And now,
Darn it. Late on that one. That was one I should have had.
And there's one away.
Should have had. Those are the pitches that I'm looking for. Just where it gets a little irritating, where it's like, oh, I usually want him up at this spot, and I kind of didn't commit to it.
And that's in there for
Ooh,
strike
that
one.
is
They're coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
And he's
way out in
down
front
0-2
on
as
that
he
one.
swings through it.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Out towards right
Again,
center
under a
field,
forcing
and
fastball, and I just
settles
can't
underneath it,
get.
Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. So now it's the Mariner cleanup hitter, Mitch Haniger.
Henniger.
Pitch misses inside, ball 1. That's in there. Next offering is in for a strike. The pitch. And down on strikes. And that is that. Seattle gets a little closer on this solo homer.
That is
Whole
a
team down
that
a
hurts.
run.
That hurts as a way to get out of there, to go down in that inning. You just kind of panicked, got a little too anxious,
The
and
batter now is Adam Engel.
Leading off
The
for
big
White
lefty
Sox,
turns, kicks,
the right
deals.
fielder, number 15,
And there's the strike.
Adam Engel.
To the left side, but it is well fouled. Hard on the ground to first. France takes it to the bag. 1 away here in the 5th.
Up next for the White Sox,
Leori
second
Garcia steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Garcia.
And he drops it down the third baseline. And he grabs it in foul ground. And the pitch. Bunting for a hit. And that's a bunt single. That was placed perfectly.
Now batting.
And now it's going to be Yoan Moncada. 1 for 2. He had an RBI base hit.
that was a bad pitch because I took my eyes off of where it was
Garcia
going.
at first, 1 gone. Next offering is in for a strike. Foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Stays alive.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
That one to first. And there's a base hit. Haniger to third. And he's out.
Don't know why he tried to stretch that far. Nice throw by Haniger.
Now batting. The center fielder, Luis Robert.
Now it's going to be Luis Robert, a guy who makes an impact not just at the plate, but also in the field. And first offering is fouled off.
One of the uglier pitches I've thrown with that today.
Up the middle. On to France.
Okay.
And they take care of Robert for the out. And that is that. Welcome back. And now the shortstop, J.P. Crawford.
Leading off.
Taken high in the
Okay.
draft, he's had that top prospect
The
labeled
shortstop,
over him since he put on a
J.P.
professional uniform. But at some
Crawford.
point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
First pitch, not close.
That was it. That was a pitch to take a swing at.
Next offering is in for a strike.
That was a generous strike call. Everything's been fastballs so far.
Left-hand hitter waits. Swings and misses. Now one away. Here's the third baseman, Dylan Moore. Struck out swinging his first time. Rolled softly, but that goes foul.
Man, I have had some bad strikeouts today. He's mixing in that circle change really effectively.
Comes up empty
Right
on the
there. I
swing.
mean, that wasn't a circle
0-2 now.
change, but a 12-6 curve. Just
That's going to go on that pitcher's highlight reel.
And a pitch.
and again got under a four-seam fastball. He's
under it.
doing a good job of mixing up the location. I'm not entirely convinced of where he's going to throw it.
2 outs,
Now
base is
batting,
empty.
second baseman,
And up next for Seattle, Adam Frazier. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Next pitch downstairs.
He's also been getting some
1-0.
calls in his favor as well.
And another ball. The wind to kick the 2-0. And that's outside.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
And a 4-pitch
Okay,
walk.
4-pitch walk. A little surprised that was actually called a ball.
A hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
That one ripped. Bangs off the wall. Mendick with a relay
Ooh.
throw, but he's in there.
That was way closer than I anticipated. I thought that was a pretty clean and easy double.
Middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball. And another big at bat coming
I was
up
looking for
here.
that to go out of the yard,
Get
but
that kind run across with 2 outs.
So 2 down. Next
Oops.
to hit, Ty
The
France.
first baseman.
Oh, come
0
on.
for 1. He flat out to right this first trip. And
Damn
that
it.
one is lifted in the air. Angle.
Damn it.
This one sized up.
Oh,
Down and he makes the catch.
that is a pitch you got to
That's
I got to
the
crush
inning.
that.
Mariners lead
I got to
the
crush that
company, and our
pitch.
score remains 2-1. Top of the 6th inning. Here's Eloy Jimenez.
Leading off for the White Sox,
Pitch.
the designated hitter,
That one's in there. 0-1.
Jimenez.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Haniger on the move to the alley.
I just hope that I can get myself another opportunity. That is such a huge miss. Oh my goodness.
Now batting,
Oh my
And
goodness.
next to him for the Sox, Gavin Sheets. In there for strike 1. Kicks and fires. In the air, left field. Fraley under it. Puts the squeeze on it. 2 up, 2 down.
now
Here's the
batting,
left fielder, Andrew Vaughn.
Andrew Vaughn.
in there, and it's 0-1.
Boog, that hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because
Youth, way too fast.
0-2 as he waves at that one. Ground ball right side. He dives, but he can't make the catch.
Can't make the catch, but still gets the out. Okay.
And that is the third out of the inning. Top of the order due up in the home half of the sixth. It's the White Sox 2 and the Mariners 1.
Leading up for the Mariners, the left fielder, Jay.
And the right-hander back to work. Fraley in the box again.
That's fine.
Takes the strike. Left-hand batter waits. And that one is lifted in the air.
Darn
Great
it.
effort as he's able to haul it in.
Just a little
There's
too
one
far
down.
under it, and it really sailed on me.
And the batter now, Kyle Lewis. That one's in
That's
there,
fine.
0-1. There's a strike.
quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
Up the middle.
That'll work.
Base hit.
That'll work. A little surprised it was that high in the zone. Able to get something on it and get it through this through the infield.
Didn't try to do too
Right
much
up,
with it, just a
right back up the
really
middle.
simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with guys trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like
Ooh,
that.
that's a terrible
To the right
swing.
side. Tags the runner. What a double play that was. Inning over.
Oh, what a waste. Such an, oh my goodness, what a waste. Oh, that's so frustrating.
And welcome back. And the batter
Ah.
will be the shortstop, Danny Mendick.
Leading off for the
Here
White
comes the
Sox,
pitch. That's in there. 1-1.
Okay,
With that
my controller
velocity,
is
that's all you're
connected,
seeing.
please.
88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
It's plugged in. I don't know what do you need from me, game?
And it's 1-1.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
That's a fair ball down the right field line. And the leadoff man aboard.
I don't know what the problem with my connection is. I was hoping I had this little USB cord. It was like, hey, charge my controller while my console's off. And I'm like, well, guess not.
On the ground right side. And that one finds its way through.
Yeah, I'm probably leaving Robbie Ray in a little too long here. I don't have anybody up in the bullpen, so
Didn't take
let's
long to get a result for that.
see if we can fix that situation.
Now here is Adam Engel. Bunting, but that's a foul ball. Trying to move the runners over. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Man.
He's just giving himself up to move two runners into scoring position right there, but somehow the defense can't get it out anywhere. And this is quickly turning into a golden opportunity for this offense.
Garcia in the box now. No balls and a strike. And he's down 0-2.
Turns out when you have 94 speed, that's
Or as our friends down in the South would say,
not as much of a gamble as you might think.
we know what you mean.
Mendick, the runner at third. Mercedes on second. Engel at first with no outs. Next pitch
Oh,
is
come
outside.
on. You've been giving him.
Run off
Come
speed,
on.
needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
2-2 now. Foul
You've been giving
ball, he
strikes to
stays
the other
alive.
guy all game long on the edge like that.
Swing and a miss.
Okay, that's a huge strikeout right there.
Strikeout there.
Thought it was was a pretty good pitch, top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready.
There's a beautiful knuckle curve right there.
Box now, take strike 1.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
A bunt, and it's popped up to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. He comes home with it.
I thought that was a pop bunt. What the heck happened there? I mean, it was a force out. Everybody froze.
And now it's Luis Robert.
Well, he's so good about...
What the heck happened? Hang on, let's take a quick look at that. Okay, so I should have gone... Home might actually have been the only play there. There's no one... I mean... Yeah, home was really the only call there. Thankfully, I was able to get it down, and thankfully it was a force out rather than a tag situation. That's a weird play. Huh. As you see here, no, Moore isn't close to, or, is that Dylan Moore? Yeah, Dylan Moore's not close enough at third. I tried to run to first, but I kind of forgot how slow Ty France is. Yeah, home's really the only way to go. You might be able to just go straight home and then straight to second. I think maybe is where it is. Maybe you can go home to third.
Trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Base hit, 1 run in already.
Darn. Darn. Yeah, I probably left Robbie Ray in a little bit too much, and I did not execute that play, the previous play, all that well. This I think is going to be one of those games that kind of got away from me. And we're going to go back especially to a couple of instances offensively. A terribly slow start. Got a home run with Fraley, cut the lead in half, had runners on second and third in the 5th, and we just couldn't do anything with it. So game's obviously not over, but down 3, I think with the way we've been playing, and it's reminiscent of some of those Cleveland games where it's just like they are racking up hit after hit after hit, and offensively just doing a whole lot of nothing.
Digging in, Eloy Jimenez.
But I had a golden opportunity to get out of this 7th inning, even with the bases loaded, and I just did not play the situation correctly. I think maybe if Toro's in the game, he gets over in time. He can still throw the ball down to home plate.
They're pitching higher leverage spots in the postseason.
Well, in this final month, I mean, this is an audition period for the call-ups, but it's also for that marginal reliever that was on the roster throughout the season to maybe step up and be on that playoff roster.
The location has also been getting me as well. We've seen some...
In the air out towards right center. Lewis moving back for this one. And that's going to be a
We've seen some strikes called against us that are like, oh, what, really?
And the lead is up
but,
to 5.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. I love the approach he had right there.
Really just not super sure what's going wrong here. That's good location. Just good power. Nothing to be too upset about on that one, I guess. It's not my day.
And now, Gavin Sheets.
And again, it's the bottom of the 5th and the top of the 7th here. Got to be able to drive a tying run across in that scenario, even with 2 outs. And in the top of the 7th, obviously, I got to read that situation better. But, I mean, we're not really dealing with bases loaded jams like that with
midway in inning number 7, it's time to stretch. It's the
bunting situation.
And the Mariners won.
Yeah, 14 hits given up. That is pretty bad.
Back here at the ballpark, and now...
Hey, you're not going to win every game. You're not even going to get sweeps all that often. I do think that the 3rd game seems to be harder. Almost like they kind of just internally ratchet the difficulty up.
Smash to the left side. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the
and just go like, yeah, teams will kind of figure you out. Robbie Ray, though, has not been the shutdown pitcher I have come to expect. He has started 8-0 and he's been 6 and now 6 and probably 8 in his last 14 decisions.
JP Crawford up next for the Mariners.
That's okay. Don't give up. There's still time. Ooh, God. Not when you swing like that.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much. This is a very
Man, those pitches are so slow.
All those runs, you want your pitcher to come
all the way down at 82 miles an hour.
Hard, it's shut down anytime.
That's way outside.
Pitch is outside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And the right-hander deals. And a swing and a miss.
Yeah, didn't adjust well at all for them.
Away in the bottom of the 7th. Here's Dylan Moore.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
The 1-0. Swings through that one.
Fuck. Oh my God, the circle change. It's so slow.
And the pitch.
Talking 82 to 92.
Stands at first.
Back-to-back pitches there.
And now it's even up.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Next offering misses. 3-2 down. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That's a nice at bat and a great take on 3-2. Probably could have gone either way in that spot around the knees.
Adam
Frazier batting with 1 down.
That is a pitch I gotta crush. I don't know that I have the timing down on it, but that is a hanger.
And the 0-1. And a swing and a line drive at a right field. And a
Nobody got off to all that great of a start
and
running
stop him at
because they
third.
thought they might get it,
Bases
so.
loaded with 1 away.
now batting catcher
1 down. So here's Murphy now.
Oh, hold.
Foul wide of third.
You know, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and get out of this little jam.
Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen.
Check the speed there. Dylan Moore,
Up and
73
throwing.
speed. So
Crochet getting cranked up as well. Righty to the plate. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the
fucking.
miss.
I am so unbelievably susceptible to those changes.
The pitch. Out towards left center. Robert turns to the right on the move. Makes the grab on the
Oh.
run. Both
Okay,
runners
well.
tagging from second and third. He's in on the sac fly. It's 6-2.
Well, he'll take the sac fly on the mound right there. Bases loaded. I mean, this is a high leverage situation. And if you can limit the other team, you're doing pretty good work. See if you can get this next out.
And they will. I
Sends it over to
think that's the second time I've had Ty France up to bat with runners in scoring position, and I have immediately
it's the White Sox 6
hit into
and the
trouble.
Mariners 2.
It's hard for it. Yeah. One that got away, you know. It's hard to survive 14 hits from a
Back at
team.
T-Mobile Park, we go to the 8th, leading off Andrew Vaughn.
leading off for the White Sox. The left
Pitch.
fielder, number 25, Andrew.
Ball 1, no strikes.
We almost kind of did it. Yeah, you got to go home
Right-hander
first and
pitch
give
deals.
people time to get to their base.
Check
I
swing,
guess
but he went too far.
quickly
And it's
identify
1-1.
which players are the slowest because it's a force out
Right-handed reliever.
situation.
And fouled off.
check and know the speed beforehand. Never really had that before, though.
The pitch. Got him looking.
I just needed one of those pitches in that previous inning. 7th inning, both sides bases loaded.
Will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Next to hit, Danny Mendick. And first offering is fouled off. And a pitch. That one to first, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's the catcher, Yermin Mercedes. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And the righty deals. And that's down and away. Mendick, the base runner at first with 1 out.
As the playoff picture currently stands, I think that we are in a lot of trouble. I think that each team, I know we've played the Yankees of the group. We have played the Yankees the best, but man, the other four teams have given me fits in spots.
Kicks and deals.
I don't really remember the White Sox games from early in the season, so it's kind of hard. Like, oh my God.
Foul ball there.
So it's kind of a recency sort of thing. Like, obviously we see. You've got to be fucking kidding me.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at bat alone. Really making him work out there.
Next offering is foul.
I don't have anything. I don't have anything. We are on pitch number 13 of this at bat.
Kick the 3-2. That one the other way. Makes the catch for the second out.
Obviously with Houston we see them a ton. We've seen them a ton. So we know them a little bit better, and I you know, that's that fresh thing in my head.
Now it's the right fielder.
With the Yankees, we played pretty well against them. I think we were 4-2, maybe 5-1. We swept them, which was surprising. But they could also be kind of an all or nothing team. If they score a lot of runs, then they're in a good position to win. Whereas if we can just kind of keep the bats a little quieter, we have a shot.
Drop steps, heads back on it.
The Blue Jays were a problem.
To the right side, and that's a base hit.
It's the other team.
Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Multi-hit
Yankees,
game
Blue
for now,
Jays,
and with the lack of results he's been
Astros,
having
White
lately,
Sox.
I'm sure he's feeling some relief. Pitch was away, and he did exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Drive it the other way. Just go with the pitch.
In the air, out towards left center. Fraley makes the catch.
We did beat the Astros.
They lead it 6-2.
We did beat the Astros in the playoffs last season. So we'll see, I guess, what happens this time. They'll likely be a wild card team. You'll be able to catch the wild card games here. It is going to be interesting because we're going to get close to the playoff time, and it's not going to quite be in line with what the Mariners are doing or what baseball is doing in real life because of the way that the
activity in the pen for the White Sox.
collective bargaining agreement went.
Is getting it fired up.
They missed the first week, so they rescheduled some games. I think at least the Mariners have made up the couple of games they missed against the Astros. They're going to make up the first series. I think it was a 4-game set against the Tigers. I know it's against the Tigers, but I believe it was a 4-game set. So they will make those games up at the end of the year. So we'll be kind of in our playoff journey while their stuff isn't really. Their stuff still
fairly deep to right field.
in the regular season. With the way the playoff stuff works anyway, you know, series can be 4 games or 7 games or whatever. We'll be out of sync with them most likely anyway, so we'll just keep it day and date with our calendar in game. And
Kyle Lewis. And first offering is fouled off. The wide to kick the pitch. Misses
that's outside.
And 1-1. And that's in for a strike.
So far, all we've seen in this at bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Righty delivers. Lined, and that's a base hit.
No, first. Much slower hit than I realized. A slower hit and a faster outfielder. LaRussa is going to go to the bullpen.
And it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Lucas Giolito will
I do not have
depart
anybody
as he
in the
heads for
bullpen.
dugout.
I could bring in
new arm on the mound when
somebody.
we get back.
Craig Kimbrell. Take a look at his stats. 56 games with a 4.25 ERA. He's thrown 65.2 innings pitched. 11 holds, a 4-3 record. 80 strikeouts, 29 walks. Oh, God.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Sheets. The flip to the pitcher covering. They get the out on Marte.
I don't know why I have been so
And now the right fielder,
annoyingly aggressive.
Mitch Haniger.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Lewis stands at second with 2 gone. One now.
Damn it.
Swings
That's
and fouls one off.
that's where I was looking.
And he deals. Down the line towards the corner. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that'll do it. 1 left for Seattle. They still trail it here. It's 6-2.
Well, I mean, you know, it's just kind of how it goes. I don't actually have another pitcher. We'll just ride Sadler's arm, hopefully through the rest of this game.
That clips the inside corner for a strike. Line drive.
Nice play by Crawford.
One down. Up next for Chicago, Luis Robert. First pitch just misses.
That's where you want it. It's a good
Where
miss.
is your zone?
Kicks and fires. That one missing inside.
He's
Where
been
is your
breaking in
zone?
recent games, and a big reason why getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
The 2-0 is in for a strike. The wind to the pitch. And he grounds one to the right side. Frazier collects, tosses to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Now back.
Eloy Jimenez getting ready to hit. That one's in there, 0-1. The wind of the pitch. And a foul ball. Here comes the pitch. This one chopped up the middle. On the run, sent it over to
Yeah,
first.
he was safe.
He is
I mean, we
safe.
might be able to take a
And
look
he
at that,
beats the
but
throw by a
that was
whisker.
pretty slow. kind of just like the perfect bunt. We'll let it go. No big deal. I mean, it didn't give me the option, but
in there for strike one. 2 outs. Ground ball up the middle. Frazier picks it up, and the inning is over.
All right, so we'll head to the 9th inning here. 6-2 our score. It's been a while since we've seen a full 9-inning game.
The Mariners 2.
Oh, I guess like a couple of. Well, no. We would have seen the bottom of the 9th and the 3 losses that we had in a row.
He's had the last 5 days off.
Anyway, Liam Hendricks is going to come on in. There is his assortment of stats.
Back in Seattle, now it's the shortstop.
Fastball tops out at 100, slider at 91, it looks like. Knuckle curve at 87, and a 2-seam at 99.
On the ground. Whips it to first on the run. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close.
Now batting, the third baseman.
Maybe you can't challenge after the 7th, and maybe that's the thing.
Down the third baseman, Dylan Moore. And that one fouled off. Now the 0-1. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride load out of the way early. Stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off.
Oh, darn it. That knuckle curve broke on me. One. That actually should have gotten further. My controller is still plugged in. It's plugged in to the console. What happened to the connection of this?
Well, he had the chance of turning 2 right there, but I don't think
had a chance. Stop it.
He tried to transfer from glove to throwing hand.
Okay.
They say you can't assume a double play. I beg to differ at the big league level, but it's going to be ruled as a fielder's choice.
Man at first.
Yes, I'm using.
First pitch, and he just misses. Right-handed reliever.
Ooh, bad swing. Stop it. Stop disconnecting from the controller. I'm losing this game by 4 runs, and I've been fairly calm about it. The controller disconnecting and reconnecting is driving me insane. The connection should be fine.
And a foul ball. Frazier leads off first with 2 down to the inning. In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. Just 1 strike away. And now it's filled up.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Next pitch is popped
Got
up.
under the slider. That's a pretty fitting way to end the game. This was obviously not my finest performance. Losing, not great, especially with how well we played in the previous 2 games. But it was just, it felt like one of those kinds of games. Not seeing the ball really well, not getting the hits, not getting the early contact to boost the confidence and keep ourselves rolling throughout the game. That huge 4-run 7th was really the nail in the coffin. We were able to push 1 across. That if we were able to just turn 2, we could have maybe tied the game. Or we would have tied the game if we could have turned 2 and not given up 4 runs in that scenario. I guess it would have been 4 runs given up with 2 outs. You're looking at a very different ball game. But I also know that I pitch pitch to contact a lot. I pitch in the strike zone, and I do know that it is very difficult to survive 17 hits, as we found out today. Lucas Giolito, and it's not just today. We've seen it throughout the season. We've given up a lot of hits. Sometimes we get on the luckier side of things where we give up 10, 11 hits. only score 2 runs. We get out of some jams, make some good plays. Sometimes it goes this way. We give up 17 hits. We get 8 on our side, but obviously not nearly enough. Didn't take advantage of the situation in the bottom of the 5th, and didn't take advantage of the situation in the bottom of the 7th. Runners in scoring position in both of the home halves of the 5th and the 7th, and came away with 1 run total. Not great. Lucas Giolito, 7.1 innings pitched, 7 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 earned. He gets the win as well as your player of the game. Robbie Ray, he gets tagged for 6 earned runs in today's loss. 6 and 2/3, 13 hits, giving up 6 strikeouts, no walks. Jake Fraley was 2 for 4 with a solo home run. Tom Murphy, 1 for 3 with a double. Kyle Lewis, 2 for 4. Haniger, 1 for 4. And there are some Chicago notables as well. So the Mariners can't get the sweep, unfortunately. Came in feeling pretty good about the game. Was kind of looking forward to maybe trying to get 3 out of 3 from the Chicago White Sox here at home. But unfortunately, we take a drastic step back. 7, 9, 8, and then just a measly 2. So it's kind of been a little feast or famine for us so far in the month of September. We're 3 and 4 in September. We're scoring either 7 or more in winning, or 3 and fewer in losing, including a couple of complete game shutouts. Actually, up here, if we take a look at this, let's see, view box score, 13 hits, 5 runs given up. Now that one's only 7, 11, 10 each. There was one that was like really weird. 11. Maybe it wasn't. If we go all the way back here, we can check out that we were an even 3 and 3 against Chicago here in season, or the regular season, excuse me. 2-1 or 2-0 win. Another lopsided loss, and then we came back and got a 6-4 victory. So that's it could be an interesting matchup in the American League wild card. Or not wild card, excuse me, in the American League side of the postseason. Don't know why my brain totally farted right there. The Mariners, as you can see, are off. The postseason phase is in 25 days, but we are going to take a look at a random, not like a random, but we're going to take a look at a game from around the league. I believe we have seen all of these teams on around the league. I'll probably have to pick and see maybe best pitching matchup or playoff contenders. I don't really know. We might be kind of screwed. Maybe we can see if any of these teams played each other the previous day. That was kind of a close game. It's really unfortunate that there are not very many games on the slate today. But anyway, we will be back on Friday with a series starting against Atlanta. So be sure to tune in for that. 7 p.m. Pacific time right here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex, as is every baseball game. The controller is plugged in. I cannot stress this enough. It is plugged in. We're 6 and 4 in our last 10. We have a 4.5 game lead over the Astros still, as we both lost today. Like I said, Atlanta coming to town on Friday. Day off on Monday. San Diego, day off. Big road trip. So stick around for that if any of that sounds interesting to you, and we'll see you tomorrow for an Around the League episode right here on youtube.com/ShaunosaurusRex. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Good game. Go Sports. Go Mariners.